Hi everyone and welcome to the Groomsmen. This is Scott. Everyone, please travel safe and have a very happy holidays and a good Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving is tomorrow. This is Wednesday. I'm doing a last minute shave before I send this boy out. This is the Titanium Merica. This is an Merica razor made by Yates Precision Manufacturing. This is on loan from my boy Fayez because he's often debating about this being his next or new top 5 razor. So I have yet to do my top 5 razors, but I have used this now twice. This is going to be my 3rd iteration before I send it off to the next GroomsMen. And I really love the fact that they have, being a chemist, that they have the titanium symbol here. They have the chemical atomic number and its atomic weight even on this thing. It is so small and finely, and it is engraved because you can, maybe it's etched. But either way, you can feel it. It looks great. The finish on this razor, I think, is just a slightly brushed finish after machining, because it doesn't necessarily have the machining marks of the ball because it is smoothed out here on the top. Here on the bottom, the machining marks are a little bit more pronounced on the bottom of the top cap. But the lather channels on this too are quite substantial. It comes directly down from the blade here. And I mean, there ain't nothing happening. There ain't no lather getting plugged up in this. I have it with the Wizamat Super Iridium 3rd use. My favorite blades, and I guess part of the new controversy of the Gillette shutting down their Russian blade factory, so on and so forth. But I don't have a whole lot of time other than the use of the razor, my thoughts on the razor, and so on and so forth, all right? I can say that this razor does have a very good geometry to it. It has a shortened guard here, so that it doesn't protrude too far, so that it does allow a good blade exposure there, if you can see it. The gap isn't substantial or crazy on this. Looking at it, it's almost blade neutral, but not quite. There is a little bit of a positive blade exposure to the angle here. This razor does help, sort of like the Yates, with having a good shaving angle for you to hit, you know, because you're looking at your shaving angle of right about there with it hitting soft and flat. You know, one often thing I see with people talking about blade angle on this is they're always demonstrating the blade angle like this. When's the last time you looked at a face that's flat, right? Yeah, you're trying to consistently hold that angle as you maneuver your hand. So a lot of times with the blade angle, if it's not set at a good enough curve, kind of like this is here, you're creating like 2 angles. So what I mean by that would be like if I take this flat box here, this is what I just kind of got sitting here, and you do think about it flat and you put it there, well, what it is you're creating the angle here of the blade, and then the angle also down into your skin at it. So if you don't curve it enough, you can create slightly 2 angles to where it might look something wacky, where your blade angle is kind of like, yeah, imagine this box being your blade, the lid here, and instead of being like, and the flat part being your skin, instead of being like one just angle here where it's cutting at, it comes down at your skin like this, and then the blade is put at another angle slightly to it. And that's what I was trying to get at with the Osprey, is that it creates almost a double angle because of the fact the guard sticks out so far, and it's got a flattened head, not so much a rounded, is that curvature is not there to that blade. So it creates an angle like this, and then again like this, and then there's the flat part of your skin. So it's creating like a double angle. And sometimes that geometry can be jacked up a little bit on razors. And on the Osprey, it works for some, it doesn't work for others. You know, if you open it up and ride the guard, I could see you creating just a 1 angle type solution, not a double. And it's just a very, I mean, it's so minute that you would need a microscope almost to see it, having that double angle geometry to it. But that's what it would be. And that's why, you know, with the Osprey, it wasn't necessarily, it felt smooth, it glided, but it got these unusual weepers from it. I had, I don't think you could see it in the video, but after the fact, I was looking at my neck from the side I used the ambassador on, which would have been my left, and my right with the Osprey. And I just had tons of weepers, tons of them. And it's because my skin was getting a little bit of that drag and it creating that slight double angle that you can't feel, that it was just tearing me up, um, because he released a new thing. But anyway, back to this, the Merica. So I have been enjoying the shave. It is I'm going to say it's a mild shave. I don't think it's aggressive. It's very efficient. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Let me go over here, grab some soap over on this side, and see what we go with today. I think it's been a minute since I've used the 19. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. It has been a super hot minute that I have used a soap from an artisan friend of mine named Trace of the Soap's Past. I haven't used her shave soap, man. It's been probably a couple years now. I think I have the Fruit Loops version over here. No, this one's tobacco and bay leaf. And it still holds scent. She just comes in a little tin. It's not super expensive from her. It's a Trace of the Soap's Past. Her soap base is, I think, a single lye base soap. I don't think it's double. But I'm going to tub load this stuff and, see how it works. It's been a hot minute since I've used it. I will say my shaving technique, my lather technique, and everything since I've used this has increased greatly. So, I'm the type of person that my skin is rather stiff, so I don't need over cushioned type soap. I need soap to be more slick than anything, especially with having dry skin. And so I'll tell you what, her Fruit Loop soap smelled amazing. But don't go into this thinking, you're going to buy her soap if you do buy it and be like, oh, this is the best base I've ever owned. Because she focuses primarily more on like artisan soaps. So shaving soap is a little bit of a, she went down the road, made a bunch of different batches. We're trying to do a base, and then, to be honest with you, I kind of probably let her down more on that than anything, because we were testing it for her, trying to get her base down, and we came up with a good base, but then we realized it started like burning. There was an unscented type base, and it was burning me and whatnot. So there we go. Let's do that and just get face lather up here, and you can see it creates a real airy type lather. I probably need a little more water. It's probably not me. I'm not one that's like, oh my god, the lather's got to be the thickest lather it's ever been. It just needs to be slick more than anything. This is coming from the guy I used to shave with conditioner. Well, there we go. We got it worked in, and then we'll just get it wetted up. Yeah, and I'm on like 3 days growth now, I think, with this. And as you can see, it's effortlessly. It pulls through it real easy. It's very mild. Even with a third use blade, I'm not getting any drag from this at all. It's a great razor. I really like it. I do. I already tried to trade Fies. He didn't want to. I offered him pretty good trade material, but he just wasn't having it. Alright. Well, there we go. We're almost done with the first pass already. It's a great razor. It's really light in the hand. The balance point on it it's heavy, so it's not here. The balance point in that razor is, right up just about halfway above between the neck and the where it has. But I've just used I always kind of pinch it, and then I have to like that. I use the razor. with a finger up above. Always make sure you're using both sides. You know, one thing, if this gets a lot of views, one thing I'd like to try to get people to do is, you know, one thing I do for my blades, and I found that, you know, with some blades I can get up to 6-7 uses with, is soaking my blades after I clean them off. I take them out, I clean them, dry them, and then putting them in a pill container. Well, I got a couple pill bottles here. You can see there's blades in there. It's filled with baby oil. All right, so you rinse it, you dry it, and then throw it in there with baby oil, and it kind of gives like an added slickness to the blade, prevents it from rusting. That's one thing, you know. Maybe you're not a daily shaver. Maybe you don't shave it, because I've been shaving more as of late, just because, you know, the groomsmen give me shit about it. To be honest, one in particular, I won't say anything. They're like, how are you a shaver when you don't even shave? You have more razors than all of us, and shave less than every one of us, which is true. I just gotta give them crap. Get up here for my second pass. I know I've been a little absent, been a little sick below the weather, and then busy with stuff at work. I mean, this is a thin lather, but you know, the old saying that there's different strokes for different folks, 100% true. Your lather is your lather. If it works for you and you're happy with it, then why not? This soap has a great scent. It's very neutral. It's very light. Fluffs up real quick. It's thick enough and slick enough to do the job. And if it's thick and slick, hey, no, this ain't thick. This is thin. But it's thin and slick. It does the job. I used to use conditioner. So, hey, you know, step up. Plus, I'm supporting someone who's awesome. Tracy is fantastic. She made some soaps for one of the family members' weddings. You know, some shaped soaps and different scented soaps. They work. They have great scent. She's an awesome person. I really like Tracy. We're friends on Facebook. That's how good it went, you know. Talk to her about this and that and stuff. She's a horse enthusiast and stuff like that. So, you know, the great thing I love about this razor, this could be a daily shaver. Every day I could shave with this. It's mild enough that it could be, but yet efficient enough that it gets the job done pretty good. And it's effortlessly, you know. This is autopilot razor for me. This one is very reminiscent of razors that I use a lot. So, there you go. There you have it. There's the shave. I gotta do some rinse off of the blade and razor here real quick. And I'll tell you what, it really holds the blades in there. These tabs are almost just perfect and just about the right size, to where if they were any smaller on the triangles there in the razors, it wouldn't fit. You know what I'm saying? The blades wouldn't fit. So it's really good in that regard. So there you have it. TI. There's my conversation for the day. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving and a great holidays if I don't see you again. I will be back. I got a top 5 razor thing coming out. I just have a few of the ones that might be a top 5 razor, that without spoilers, out on loan right now. One of my coworkers that I got into double edge razors years ago, he's still into it. You know, the 2 razors he uses, he didn't go down the rabbit hole like I did of buying a million razors. The 2 razors the dude uses is a new improved long open comb that I got him. And then with a bar handle, common bar handle, it's missing. It was a gold plated one, so it's got a ton of brassing on the top of it. But I gave it to him for free, you know. It was just something I had got in a different estate sale, or I got it from some yard sale or something, because I hunt razors meticulously all the time. And so I gave it to him. Well, and I gave him a 63 Slim also. And he uses that Slim and that long open comb religiously. The long open comb is for when he's got heavy growth, because it just mows through the stuff without drag. And then the Slim is for his daily driver. So it's fantastic. I got him into it. He's used he's used my Ambassador, he's used my console, he's used my Hoffer at slants, he's tried a Mercer slant, because he's never tried slants. So he's been like, this last month I've let him borrow some of my slants and stuff. The console was the first one, and he really liked it. He was like, it's very interesting how the slant works. So yeah, he's been using a couple of my other razors right now that he's got, trying them out just to see. I'm not pressuring him into buying anything. And I did let him try the Osprey. Yeah, kind of had the same experience that me and the rest of the groomsmen had with it. So I'm not going to say he's super experienced, but he's been doing it for 3 years now. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming. Ranting. Have a great Thanksgiving. Safe travels for everybody. All right. There's nothing worse than a loved one not coming home because of something stupid on a road. So take your time. There's some crap weather in some parts of the U.S. Take your time. Please arrive. In this type of scenario, it is always better late than never, because never is the worst. All right. I can't say that I'm necessarily speaking from personal experience with losing loved ones in traffic accidents, thank God, but I know it does happen, and I am 100% sure that some of our subscribers' families have been affected by that. So please travel safely and be responsible. Don't drink and drive. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's other family members, there's friends, and even hell, in some rural areas, there's those random people who give you a ride because, it is what it is. So please be responsible and travel safely. Thank you, everyone. Remember, it's always in the name of science, and here at the Groomsmen, we're a community. Please subscribe. I was looking at our statistics, 72% of you don't. So that's fine, though. I am glad that you are all here. Everyone's safe and everyone enjoys this hobby. Have a good day. Signing out.